Hello dear students, welcome to Physics and Maths with the Dr. S.K. John YouTube channel. This is the second lecture of differentiation. In the first lecture we studied which are the basic tools for differentiation. The 21 standard derivatives, then the product rule and the quotient rule. Uh, in this video, we will explain how to differentiate composite functions or this is the first type of functions we are going to differentiate. Then we will go to the other type of functions like implicit functions, logarithmic functions, etc. So here I am going to teach you how to differentiate composite functions. First of all, I will explain what are composite functions using three examples. Then I will go to the derivative. We will find the derivatives of those composite functions. Okay, so I will be explaining the entire video using the three examples. Now, what are composite functions? Suppose we have two functions. You have already studied this in class 11. Suppose we have two functions f of x equal to sine x and g of x equal to x square. Now, the composition of these two functions is defined as f composition g or g composition f. And f composition g is defined as f of g of x. Okay. G composition f is defined as g of f of x. So here f of g of x means f of what? G of x is x square, f of x square. So f of x square means f is sine x. So f of x square means sine x square. So this is f composition g, or this is one of the composite functions that we can make using f of x and g of x. What is the other one? It is g composition f, which is equal to g of f of x by definition. So this is equal to g of, what is f of x? Sin x, g of sin x, which is equal to g of sin x means g of x is x square. So g of sin x means we have to put sin x in the place of x. So we will get sin square x or sin x the whole square. Okay. Similarly here, u of x is cos x and v of x is root x. So what is u composition? In class 11 you have used this notation f composition g and g composition f. So I have used the same notation the first for the first example, but for the other examples we are using another notation that we have that the NCERT class 12 textbook has used. So let u of x equal to cos x and v of x equal to root x. So u composition v is u of v of x, which is equal to u of root x, which is equal to cos, it is cos x. U of x is cos x. So u of root x means cos of root x. Okay, this is the function. And what is v composition u? It is v of u of x, which is equal to what is u of x here? It is cos x. So v of cos x. What is the function here? What is v of x? It is root x. V of x is root x. So v of cos x is root cos x. Root cos x. Okay. Now coming to third example. U composition v is, we know it is u of v of x. So it is, what is u? U is the cos function. Cos of what is v of x? Sin x. Okay. Now what is v composition u? It is v of u of x. What is u of x here? U of x is cos x. So v of cos x. What is the v of, what is v of x? It is sin x. So sine of cos x. Sine of cos x. So these are examples of composite functions. Okay. These are composite functions. Now we are going to learn how to differentiate these functions, or what is the chain rule for differentiation of this function. Chain rule. It is called the chain rule. Okay. So we understood that this is a composite function. This is a composite function of u, which is sin x, and v, which is x square. And this function is nothing but u composition v, right? So how to differentiate this function? I will explain that. Let y equal to sine of x square or sine x square. Here This is a composition of sin x and x square, right? So let x square is t, or put x square is equal to t. Therefore y is equal to sin x square, which will be sin t, right? Sin t. Now what is dy by dx? Therefore dy by dx, the derivative of this function by chain rule, it is dy by dt times dt by dx. Okay, so this is right. You can see this, in effect, this dt will be cancelled. I'm not telling you to cancel this dt, but uh, I'm trying to say that this is equivalent to dy by dx. If dt is cancelled, it is dy by dx. So dy by dt, so that is d by dt of y. What is y? Sin t, times d by dx of t. What is t here? We have taken x square as t. X square, d by dx of x square. So this will give you the answer. D by dt of sin t is cos t. D by dx of x square is 2x. So your answer is 2x. Instead of t, you have to put x square. So 2x cos x square. So this is your answer. And now coming to the cos root x. We have to differentiate, or we have to find the derivative of cos root x. How can we find the derivative? Let y is equal to cos root x. This is a function that we have to differentiate. It is a composite function of cos x and root x. So you have to put root x is equal to t. Therefore, this y is cos t. Cos t. Therefore, I will write it here. Dy by dx is equal to dy by dt times dt by dx. What is dy by dt? It is y is cos t. Y is cos t. We have to differentiate with respect to t. So the answer will be minus sin t. Minus sin t. The derivative of cos is minus sin. And what is dt by dx? T is root x. T is root x. So dt by dx is the derivative of root x. What is the derivative of root x? It is 1 by 2 root x. You have already studied the standard formula. Minus sine of what is t here? We have to substitute it back. T is root x and into 1 by 2 root x. Okay. So the final answer is, the final answer, I will write the final answer here, is uh, minus sine root x divided by 2 root x. This is the final answer. Okay. Now coming to the last example. Find the derivative of cos of sin x. Let this function be y, cos of sin x. And we know that this is a composition of, or it is a composite function of cos x and sin x. So let the quantity inside the bracket be t. Therefore, y is cos of t. Now what is dy by dx? It is dy by dt times dt by dx. So what is dy by dt? The derivative of cos t is minus sin t times the derivative of t. What is t? It is sin x. When sin x is differentiated with respect to x, it is cos x. And you have to replace this t with the sin x. So minus sine of sin x into cos x. Okay, so this is your answer. So this is how to differentiate this composite functions. Now we will go to more examples from NCERT exercises. Sci 5.2, 5.2. The first question, it is we have to differentiate sine of sine x square plus 5. Here what you have to do is that you have to take x square plus 5 as t. Then y is equal to sine t. Then dy by dx is dy by dt times dt by dx. Okay, so this, what is dy by dt? The derivative of sine t with respect to t is cos t, times what is dt by dx? It is a derivative of this function. What is the derivative of x square? It is 2x. And what is the derivative of 5? It is 0. So the answer is 2x times cos t. What is cos t? T is x square plus 5. So we have cos of x square plus 5. So this is your final answer. And you don't need to write this formula every time. You can simply differentiate these functions. I will come to the next question, cos of sin x. We have already done this problem. Anyway, I will do it again. Y is equal to cos of sin x. You can directly write the derivative of this function. I will do in another way. You can directly write the derivative uh, derivative of this function. Dy by dx is equal to, I'm not writing the formula, it is cos function, so its derivative is minus sign. Keep the quantity inside the bracket as it is. So the derivative of cos is minus sign. I have written this. Sin x is kept like that. Then you have to differentiate this quantity inside the bracket. The derivative of sin x is cos x. This is same as the answer that we have got earlier. Now coming to the third question in the exercise. NCERT exercise, sine of ax plus b. So I am letting that function sine of ax plus b. What is the derivative of this function? What is the derivative of sine? Sine, the derivative of sine is cos. So you have to write cos of ax plus b. Then you have to write the derivative of ax plus b. What is the derivative of ax plus b? It is a into, for x it is 1, a into 1 plus b is a constant. So its derivative is 0. So you have, this is a plus 0 is a cos ax plus b. So this is your answer. Now coming to fourth question in exercise 5.2. I'm like letting that function as y. Sec of tan of root x. Actually, this is the composition of three functions: u composition, v composition, w. What is u here? It is sec x. What is v here? It is tan x. What is w here? W is root x. Okay, so this is the composition of three functions. Now we can easily differentiate this function. I will tell you how. Let y is equal to sec of tan root x. Dy by dx is equal to, for sec, what is the derivative? The derivative of sec x is sec x tan x. Okay, if it was x, it would be sec x tan x. Okay, but in the place of x we have tan root x, so you have to write tan root x here and here. Okay, the derivative of sec x is sec x tan x. But here instead of x we have this tan root x multiplied with, we have to multiply this with, now we have differentiated sec only. Now we have to differentiate tan. What is the derivative of tan? It is sec square. Instead of x you have root x. I think you got the point. Instead of root x we have, sorry, instead of x we have root x. So tan root, the derivative of tan root x is sec square root x. Now we have to differentiate root x. The derivative of root x is 1 by 2 root x. So your answer is sec of tan root x, tan of tan root x times sec square root x divided by 2 root x. So this is the answer. Now the simplification is there. You can simply write like this. Now coming to the fifth question of exercise 5.2. It is, I'm letting that function as, the question is differentiate this function, these functions with respect to x. I'm taking that function as y, sine of ax plus b divided by cos of cx plus d. Here what we have to do is that we have to use the quotient rule also with the chain rule. Okay, we have to use quotient rule as well as the chain rule. So dy by dx is equal to, what is the quotient rule? Denominator into, what is the denominator here? Cos of cx plus d. Denominator into derivative of numerator. What is the derivative of this function? First we have to differentiate sine. It is cos. And you have there you have to write ax plus b without making any change on it. Sine of x, the derivative of sine of x plus b is cos of x plus b. Now you have to differentiate x plus b. What is the derivative of x plus b? A, a into, for x we have 1 plus b is a constant number, so it is 0. So first function, sorry, the denominator into derivative of numerator. This is the derivative of numerator. That part is over. Then you have to put a minus sign. You are using the uh, quotient rule. Okay. D by dx, I will write the rule here. D by dx of u by v is equal to v times du by dx minus u times dv by dx divided by v square, or numerator into derivative of, sorry, denominator into derivative of numerator minus numerator into derivative of denominator divided by denominator square. So our this part only is over. Now we have reached this minus sign. Then u is the numerator. Numerator is sine of ax plus u. We have to simply write the numerator, and then we have to write the derivative of denominator. What is the derivative of this? Okay, the derivative of this is, it is cos function. The derivative of that is minus sine cx plus d, and now we have to differentiate cx plus d. The derivative of cx plus d is c into 1 plus, for d we have 0 because d is a number constant, divided by denominator square, cos square cx plus d. Cos cx plus d whole square is cos square cx plus d. So this is equal to, if you simplify this, we have a here, a times cos of cx plus d times cos of ax plus b minus, we have plus, minus is plus, we have c here, c sine cx plus d sine ax plus b divided by cos square cx plus d. Okay, the final answer is this. No other simplification is needed. And coming to the next question, the sixth question of NCERT, it is y is equal to, I am letting that function as y is cos x cube times sine square x raised to 5. So here we have to use the product rule as well as the chain rule. I will explain how. Dy by dx is equal to, we are using the product rule. You know what is the product rule? D by dx of uv is equal to u times dv by dx plus v times du by dx. Okay, so this is the product rule. Dy by dx is equal to first function into, or you can write it as first function derivative second plus second function into derivative first function into derivative second. What is the derivative of this function? This is a composite function. This is a composition of three functions. The x square, that is why that is how there is a square time. So x square, sine x, and x raised to 5. The composite of all these functions is this. So first I will different. I have to differentiate square term. First, I have to differentiate the square term. So what is that? That function is this sine x raised to 5. I will write here sine x raised to 5 the whole square. Sine x raised to 5 the whole square is written as sine square x raised to 5. Okay. So you have to take it as sine x raised to 5 whole square. So what is outside? What is the main function? What is a function which is outside? It is x square. What is the derivative of x square? X square, the derivative of x square is 2x. 2x means here x is the entire sine x raised to 5. So 2 sine x raised to 5. So I have differentiated this whole square. Then I have to differentiate this sine. The derivative of sine is cos. Okay. The derivative of sine is cos. There you have to keep the x raised to 5 as it. Okay. As it is. Okay. Now you have to write the derivative of x raised to 5. Now you have to multiply with the derivative of x raised to 5. It is 5 x raised to 4 using the formula nx raised to n minus 1. 5 into x raised to 4 plus the second time. The second, what is the second time? Second function into derivative first. What is the second function? Sine square x raised to 5. Sine square x raised to 5. The first function is the composite of two functions, the cos x and x cube. So first you have to differentiate cos. First function derivative second. Sorry, second function derivative first. We are doing this time. Second function derivative first. Sine square x raised to 5 into, what is the derivative of cos? It is minus sine. Minus sine x cube times, what is the derivative of x cube? It is 3x square. 3x square using the formula nx raised to n minus 1. Okay, 3x square. So now you can simplify this function as 2 x raised to 4. I am writing this not 2, it is 10. Yeah. Uh, before before finalizing, you can simplify this one. We have a formula 2 sin x cos x is sin 2x. Sin 2x. 2 sin x cos x is sin 2x, or 2 sin y cos y is sin 2y. Okay. Here if you take this x raised to 5 as y, then you can write this 2 sin x raised to 5 cos x raised to 5 as, using this formula you can modify that as sin 2x raised to 5. So this is cos x cube, the first term. Then we have sin 2x raised to 5. Then we have 5x raised to 4. In the second term there is a minus sign here, so minus 3x square times, this is 3x square times sin square x raised to 5 times sin x cube. So this is the final answer. No other simplification is there. This is the final answer. Here we have used this formula 2 sin x cos x is equal to sin 2x. You have to by heart these formulas. Okay, so this is the final answer. Now coming to the next question. The seventh question of NCERT exercise is y is equal to root of cot x square. This is the composition of three functions. Again, this is the composition of three functions. The first function is root x. That is why there is a root. The second function is cot x. And the third function is w. W is x square. So this is u composition, v composition, W. Okay. So how can we do the differentiation? dy by dx. I'm directly writing the derivative dy by dx. First, you have to differentiate the root. If it was root x, what would be the derivative? 1 by 2 root x. Similarly, you have to write 1 by 2 root of this thing. You don't need to look at the quantity inside the root now. Okay, now you have differentiated the root, the function root x. The derivative root x is 1 by 2 root x. Here, instead of x, we have cot x square. Okay, we have to multiply this with the derivative of cot. What is the derivative of cot? It is minus cosec square. Yes, minus cosec square x square. Okay, cot x square. The derivative of cot x square is minus cosec square x square. Now you have to multiply with the derivative of x square. It is 2x. So the differentiation is over. So first we differentiated root, then we have differentiated cot, then we differentiated x square. So the final answer, this 2 and 2 will be cancelled. The final answer is minus x cosec square x square divided by root of cot of x square. Okay, this is the final answer. Now coming to the last question that we have already done as an example. Y is equal to cos root x. What is the derivative of this function? Dy by dx is equal to, what's the derivative of cos? It is minus sine. Minus sine root x times, what's the derivative of root x? It is 1 by 2 root x. So it is very simple. Minus sine root x divided by 2 root x. This is the answer. So this is how you have to differentiate the composite functions. So in this video, I hope that you have understood how to differentiate composite functions, what are composite functions, and how to differentiate composite functions. So we will meet in the next video. Thank you.